Well, Graham, have you had a bit of hard thinking in the week after what happened on Monday?
Look, we can dress it up if we want. We got beat 4-0 by one of the best teams in the division. We weren't at it. Sloppy goals, didn't defend the box well, squandered possession. Didn't quite work, didn't quite come off for us. It's not something we're going to dwell on. We move on. Like I said to the lads, if we want to do anything in this division, we need to go back to backs. We need to be better, and we need to be taking something out of them games. You can't go from the adulation and the highs of Northampton on the Friday, and then turn that type of performance out on the Monday. The lads they're obviously disappointed, but like I say, we're not going to dwell on it. We move on. We deal with the next opponent, which is Hartlepool.
There's no sense of what's there left to play for.
In terms of,
you know, it's not a question of seeing out the season.
No. I totally disagree with anybody who would be of that mindset. I would pass them that type of wording, because I think the boys proved on Friday that that's not the case. We turned out, it was a brilliant occasion actually Friday, to be quite honest with you, with the extra 1,000 people, fans that turned out on the gate, the noise that they made, just the game that was in it, and the weather was nice. The sun was shining, so it was a real vibrant occasion last Friday, and that's the type of occasion I want more regular. That's the type of performance, and that's the type of result we want more regular. So the blueprint is there for us to work off. The Friday game at Northampton. So there's lessons to be learned on Friday, Monday. Yes, can the lads go and do that back to back? There's their challenge. Can they compete with the top teams in the league? Yes, we've answered all those type of questions. But now it's just probably we're talking consistency, and we're talking learning, game management, going up against the better teams. We've been relatively okay this season going up against the better teams. So there's performances in there. There is consistency in there, but I want to see it more often. The challenge now for the lads is to react. Northampton reacted on Monday from getting whatever the quotes this week was, the hammerings, or all these dramatic words that people tend to use. I wouldn't go that far, but it was a defeat for Northampton. They bounced back. They responded on Monday. We got beat on Monday. Now I'm expecting us to bounce back on Saturday.
And you know how tough it's going to be. Hartlepool scrapping for their lives, but actually, following the demise of Keith Curl, the day after you went and won there, John Askey has come in and started a revival. Yeah,
look, they're on the front foot. They get bodies forward. They do gamble. I'm guessing their mantra is fortune favours the brave. They need points, so they have to go for it. It will be a real tough. Game for us. We know that. We know what they're all about. They're vibrant. They've got an energy levels from wherever. I don't know where the new energy levels has come from. Obviously, the new manager bounce. But at the end of the day, you know, we got to look after our own business. We got to look after our own side of things. And if the roles were reversed, I dare say Hartlepool or any other team wouldn't feel sorry for us. I wouldn't come off or allow us away with anything. So we've got to be at it. There's a lot to play for, individually and collectively. And if we want to build anything, and if we want to do anything at this football club, if we want to keep building those gates and getting those fans through the turnstiles, like last Friday, an extra 1,000 on the gate was unbelievable. And if we want to give them something to sing about and shout about and look forward to going into the summer and the start of next season, that for me, these are games for me that we have to be taken care of.
You went up to Hartlepool. It was a really tough game, but you got there thanks to a late goal from Mickey Dimitriou, who we're going to be talking to. What does he bring to this team, do you think?
Well, don't forget, we went up to Hartlepool twice, so those of us who have long memories will not forget the trip that Hartlepool made us undertake in December, when the game was never going to be on. So that's still fresh in the back of my memory. Yeah, look at Mickey's. He didn't have the best of games on Monday, so I'm expecting him to respond and to put in a proper captain's shift on Saturday. He brings a lot of qualities, like every other member of the team. They're all valued. They're all good lads. They work their socks off. They know what it takes playing for this club. They know what it's needed playing for myself. So look, they're in a good place despite one minor setback. We're in a good place, and we're starting to build something. We just need a little bit of help. We just need one or two more bodies to come in and help us. We're a relatively thin squad, and we're a young squad as well. So if we can add to what we've got, we can build on last Friday and build on the work that we've put together over the last few months. Those type of players will be vital to us with the experience. We probably ain't going to be as fortunate as every other club and be able to go out and bring in big players, big names, big signings. So we probably have to be looking younger, fresher, fitter in the summer. So the leaders, the elder statesmen, the ones who know what it takes to play for Newport County AFC will be vital to us. So those are the type of leaders, and those are the type of characters that we would have to build any team or any future success around.
Mickey's contract is up in the summer. You're very much at the forefront of deciding who stays, who goes. Have you had a chat with Mickey about next season? Is there a contract there for him?
Like I said this 2 weeks ago. I'll just repeat it. I've had conversations with all players. All the players know where they stand so far as contract situations, so far as futures are concerned. They can play themselves in or they can play themselves out over the last 6 games. Plain simple and easy. There won't be too many changes over the course of the summer, unless players decide, i.e. if I get any more of that nonsense that I got on Monday, if I get any more of that, players will play themselves out. It's plain simple and easy. The players are not daft, they're educated, they're bright lads, they know what they need to do. If you want to remain part of this football club, and if you want to put something together going forward, well, let's see your performances over the next 6 games. But the lads are in no doubt on where I want to go and what I want to do.
And anybody available who wasn't available on Monday, or are you?
Monday, I've forgotten about Monday already. Who's been injured? I think we should have the same squad. I don't think there's any major issues. Harry Charsley, James Clark. Harry Charsley will undergo late tests. Other than that, I think we're fine. I think Priestley Farkhausen, we got minutes into him on Monday, which is a plus point. So hopefully we can build them minutes. We can build his training session and get him some more grass time in training and get him some more pitch time. I think that's the only one. Obviously we're missing Adam Lewis, we're missing Ozil Zala. Yeah, other than that, James Clark, Harry Charsley, other than that, I don't think we've any issues.
Brilliant, thank you.
Was James, was it calf when he went down or something lower leg?
It was a hamstring. James had a hamstring. He had the lad landed on him, landed awkwardly on him, so he obviously couldn't he couldn't carry on. So we're hoping that's not too bad. We're hoping that's just minor knock. So like I say, it'll take its time and it'll come out in the wash. So I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days how bad it is. But I don't anticipate it being too bad.
You mentioned that the sort of stuff. How important is that DNA that the club has, that sort of that resilience that you've tapped into, keeping a bit of that there for the young ones to come into next season?
Well, we're not a club that can go out and transform our squad overnight. We're not a club that can go buying up. I.e., if we look at our last couple of opponents, we're not in that position that we can go and buy up the league. We're in a, obviously geographically, we've a fairly small pond to fish in. So look, our recruitment has to be good, it has to be spot on. We can't really afford too many mistakes. I've inherited obviously 1 or 2 issues that I wouldn't necessarily need or want. So they need to be sifted through and organised and sorted. What I can do. Again, sometimes you're limited as a manager in what you can do. But look, I know what we need. How long it will take me to get that, how long it will take me to change that, I don't know. Again, that's out of my control. All we can do is just work with what we've got.
I'll ask you that answer, but what sort of issues are you alluding to there?
Well, I've obviously got staffing issues. I've lost members of staff throughout the year. I've lost players. I've inherited one or two players from the off that were never good enough, never had the DNA, never had what was needed to play at this football club. So all those type of issues. But every manager has those type of issues. The big thing for me is just trying to put a structure in place and hold on to that structure. I think I've lost 3, 4, 5 members of staff since we've come to the football club. So I need to maybe stop the hemorrhaging. I need to stop that, and I need to maybe give us as good a chance as we can going forward. And that's before I even looked at the playing side of things. But I need expertise, I need quality, and I need knowledge, experience in my staff, in my background. So I need to try and find that from somewhere. I need to try and get that and bring that in, and that will give the players a structure that's needed. So look, there's loads and loads. Every football club will have issues. Every football club will have problems, and that's part and parcel of being a manager. Geographically and maybe financially, I'm not in a position that I can do what Stockports or Northamptons and Stevenages, for instance. I can't do what them clubs do. So what I say is I'll cut my cloth accordingly, and I'll do the best I possibly can with the hand I've been dealt.
You're looking for a reaction. You haven't had to have too many reactions, not had that many defeats, but you've by and large got those reactions so far this season. It's only under you. It's been, I think it's only Sutton and Salford. It's the only time you've gone back-to-back defeats. So you're obviously confident that you'll get it from this group.
I did lose a game at Leicester as well, didn't I? Leicester and
Derby.
But yeah, no, it was Leicester and some Stockport on a Saturday. It was at Leicester.
Okay.
I don't forget.
You even include the Premier League teams. Exactly.
It's a game of football, and it's a chance to win. But look, to say that we're 5 points off in our world, in our division, in our league table that we have, and we walk off. To say that we're 5 points short of the playoffs with 6 games to go, 4 at home, 2 away, is an unbelievable achievement. Now I want to be able to tell this group of lads at the end of the season we've gathered up enough points to get into the playoffs, and that's what I want to work off next season. The reality is we've had a real bad start. The players were on there, the club was down and out, the players were down and out, the confidence, the self-belief, the place was probably, to quote my good friend here, the place was probably rudderless when I took it over. But we've managed to revitalise, we've managed to regroup, we've managed to refresh, and we've managed to maybe give the fans some pride back in the football club. So the job we've done has been mammoth, it's been huge, it's still ongoing, but I do think we've done a half decent job, even if I do say so myself. So it's to build on that. And if you had told me, or anybody had told me when I come into the job we would have been 5 points off the playoffs, I would have snapped your hand off, to be quite honest. So look, the lads have done extremely well for us. But you know me, they know me. We want more. We need more, and that's what we're in the game for. We're in the game for success and to achieve. Now that's my league table, and that's since myself and Joe have come into the building. But the reality is we're not. The reality is we're 18th in the real league table. So it's something to build on. It's something to look at, and it's a very, very positive stat if you want to build and you want to put something together going forward. So far as the DNA as the football club, I don't think that changes. I think the DNA of playing for this football club is plain simple and easy. You have to roll your sleeves up. You have to chase crisp packets. You have to run till you drop, and you have to give those fans something to cheer about. And I don't think that changes at any football club. I think that's the basics, and that's the norm of any footballer. But this place is unique. This place is unique. The fans really, really get behind you. And they've dug us out so many times this season when we haven't particularly played well, or we've been behind in games. And again, on a bank holiday Monday, to bring the fans and the reaction, and that's something we won't forget, the reaction from the fans after the game. We were beat on Monday, well beaten on Monday, and every fan that travelled up stayed behind and sang and chanted and clapped us off that pitch. That's remarkable. That doesn't happen at every football club up and down the land. And for the fans to do that, absolutely fair play to them, and that is something that we greatly appreciate. And I think that bond between the fans and the players, I think we can all see it. I think it's evident, and even to the new lads that come in on loan, I think that's part and parcel of the journey and part and parcel of why they enjoy playing at this football club.
And how do you assess? You went with three forwards. How do you assess how that went, or albeit good team, tough day is probably.
Now you're probably going to call me daft. Now you're probably going to call me stupid, too brave, probably too confident. Fortune favours the brave. I opened us up. Yes, I opened the team up last week. I went with 3 strikers. I went with the 3 lads who are in form, who got goals, and that goes to show how desperate we were to put 2 back-to-backs. That goes to show how confident we were to go and challenge one of the top teams. Yes, we got a bloody nose. Yes, we didn't defend properly. Yes, it didn't work. That will be on me, nobody else. I've opted to go with 3 strikers. I've opted to go and challenge them and take them on in their own backyard. That was my call, nobody else's. So that will be down to me. I'll learn from it. It didn't quite come off. We had 1 or 2 moments, and I still say, if our defending was better and our ball retention was better, I still say we would have caused them problems. Had Charlie's 1 or 2 of Charlie's efforts have gone in, you might have seen the tides turn, momentum turning, but they got goals at crucial times. We didn't defend properly. There was a softness to us that I didn't like. So it's a real learning curve, not only for me but for the players as well. And sometimes you have to take a bloody nose to move on and to understand where you are.
And the principles why you did it, they're applied. It doesn't mean you won't try it again.
Oh no, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't mean that. But I'll probably a little bit more cautious going forward, particularly against top teams where we can be hurt. But look, I suppose, you know, we wanted to give it a go. We wanted to challenge ourselves, and we wanted to. We could have very easily gone up there and played 4-5-1 and just sat behind the ball, banked up, and said, right, come and break us down. And we still could have come away defeated. So we decided to give it a go. We decided to go on the front foot. We decided to go with all 3 strikers, and that's come back to bite us on the bum.
Well, just that. Someone is Evan Cadwallader. Is something. Someone mentioned he on trial at Watford. Is that? Yeah,
Watford have Evan has been obviously I've spoke to Evan. The academy have spoke to Evan as well. He's had an opportunity to go into Watford. Watford have phoned him up and asked him would he come in for a couple of weeks. He's over at Watford at this moment in time. He's obviously chose to. I would have maybe preferred to keep him here to the end of the season. But he's obviously, the ball was in his court. Watford have asked could they take him to the end of the season on a trial. And he's gone over to have a trial with them, and we wish him well, to be quite honest, because he's a lovely kid. He's a smashing kid, and we hope it works out for him.
If he went, would you? My ignorance, would you get a fee for an academy player because he's on academy terms?
I don't know anything about that side of things. I just deal with the football side of things.
Yeah,
if we do, brilliant. If we don't, it's one of those things. He's an academy product, so if Watford want to take him, that's great. He's done ever so well. He's come in with us and done ever so well over the course of the season. He's been on the bench as well. So again, like I say, hopefully we can see and people can see there is a pathway and we are opening doors for these young lads to come across and train with us.